The topic of today's video is Routenote versus Tunecore. Which music distributor suits you best? So I'm gonna get right into it, and we're starting with, as always, pricing and revenue share. So Routenote has a free plan and you can distribute your music at no cost and retain 85% of your royalties, and the rest is going to go to Routenote. There are not very many limitations on this plan, so it's actually quite remarkable that Routenote allows this. I guess if you start making more money, that 15% that they are taking is going to add up, but then you could just move over to a paid plan. And speaking of which, their premium plans, in my opinion, are not so well priced, especially for the fact that they only distribute to around about 50 stores. So you pay a one-time fee per release of $10 a single, $20 for EPs, $30 for albums, and $45 for extended albums. Keep 100% of your royalties, and you pay an annual renewal fee of $9.99 per release, which applies, I believe, every year you pay that. So if you're somebody who's releasing a lot of music, Routenote starts to add up in a way that old school Tunecore used to add up. Speaking of Tunecore, they have a free to start plan as well, allowing you to release music, but it's not on the level of Routenote, as you can only release to social media platforms. So now we see here that once we come over to their beefier plans, they release to over 150 plus digital stores, so they are topping Routenote in that drastically. And their unlimited plans are the Rising Artist at $22.99. So this is going to give you the essentials, and I'm going to have a chart up here so you can see everything that you get with each plan. Breakout Artist is $39.99 a year, which is going to give you some more advanced features. And then we have Professional, which is the best plan for labels, and that's $49.99. Now, when I speak of old school Tunecore, I'm talking about their pay per release model, where you can pay $22.99 a year. And actually remember it being that much, especially comparing it now to Routenote's pricing. Routenote's pricing is actually looking pretty decent. Anyway, $22.99 a year per single, and that's going to give you all the bells and whistles. And then album is $39.99 a year, and then $49.99 each following year. So now you can see what I mean by old school Tunecore adding up drastically. And on both sides, you're going to get all the important things like YouTube Content ID. You're going to be able to get that Spotify artist profile verified check marks, all the important things. Both sides offer publishing as well. With Tunecore, you're looking at a one-time setup fee of $75. And then Tunecore will collect publishing royalties on your behalf, as well as taking a 15% commission. With Routenote, I don't really see any mention of how much their publishing actually costs, so I'm going to assume that it comes included in one of their plans, though it's highly unlikely. So I will say in all honesty, I would just avoid Tunecore's pay-per-release model because it doesn't really make sense. You're still paying a yearly fee. What's the difference between their pay-per-release and their subscription or unlimited release model? It's the exact same thing, just worse. And in terms of Routenote, I would say they're definitely more affordable than Tunecore, unless you are leaning into the unlimited releases. And in that sense, it all depends really on how much you're going to release, because once you release a bit too much or you release regularly, Routenote is going to start to add up. Anyways, that's my opinion. I'd love to hear yours in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Do consider liking and subscribing, hitting that bell icon so you can always keep up with us, and I'll see you in the next one.